What's up, my YouTube family? It's your boy D Fresh in the building. I hope you guys had a good trading day. And if you didn't, I hope it was because you sat back and you watched the nonsense play out. We had that disruption across several different platforms, that AWS outage that was annoying, that kept you from being able to make trades. All of that should be back to normal come tomorrow's session, and then it's back to business. But we're going to talk charts and levels and all that good stuff here in a second. But before we do that, y'all do me a favor. Go ahead and hit that like button below. Subscribe to the channel. That way, anytime we drop a video, you get the notification. All right, we're going to go ahead and talk some stocks. How about that call out that I put out in last night's video? Netflix, the pre-earnings run up. Family, I gave us to Thursday to get to that 1245 level. Man, they said we wasn't having that. We doing that today, and they over exceeded. We went from 1199 to 1245. That is a life-changing pump. If you able to get into that at those breaks that I gave you and ride that thing up, that was an amazing run. Shout out to you guys that was able to catch it. Champagne bottles in the air, keep grinding. Know that I'm celebrating with you guys. When you dominating and knocking these things out of the ballpark, I'm throwing my hat down on the ground. I'm pumping it up. I'm popping bottles with you. So just always know that we always celebrating. Newbies, beginners, where y'all at? Y'all come on up to the table. First one to look at, we're going to throw a different one on there. Ticker symbol NVTS. I put this one out. I broke this one down per someone's request in the Discord. I was like, man, this little thing got some little punching power to be a low end play that you can get into that's not going to break the bank, and you can make some money on it on the way up. And if they giving you that downside, because you know, we don't just identify a play when they going up. We options traders, we are able to make that money on the way up and get busy on the way down. So if you are a bull in this one, you need to see them retest this area up here, this 1780 area, before the next leg up. To the downside, you want to see us open somewhere around this 1660 area. They can do that right there. They're going to shoot their shot. Next level down is going to be this 1605. Then you got little turbulence right in here at 1585. And then you got boom. They're going to drop that thing back down to $15. Pay attention to this one. They gave us the nice run up. You always got to have it in the back of your mind that they can pull this thing back down before they springboard back to the upside. Next ticker is going to be for you advanced traders. Ticker symbol HOOD. And this one right here, they're sitting at 137. If you are a bull, you would like to see us open at 138.50. They can do that. Next run up is going to be back to those tops at 140.25. Then boom, you got 141.70 in play. To the downside, you want to see them open lower than this 134.75. They can do that right there. That next push down is going to be to 132.90, and then boom, you got 131.25. Guys, you trying to figure out how am I so precise in calling out these levels, and when these things start breaking through these levels, and how is Fresh able to figure it out? Simple. I'm just scrolling left and I'm looking for heavy levels where they either ran it up or got rejected at, cut off at, and we see they ran it back up from that point. I'm looking for areas in the charts where it was in balance at, and they got to those levels and they got a nice rejection to be able to see it back to the upside. Big baller shot callers, where y'all at? We're going to go ahead and throw Netflix on here. This was the big dog of the day. If you see, we're sitting at 1240.55. In last night video, I said 1245. It would not surprise me if they boom that thing to there. They just rocketed this thing up. And if you played the 15-minute 20 break, I always let you know, if you plan contracts and they expire this week, if you got short dated contracts, use the 20 EMA as a guideline when to get up out of that play in the 15-minute time frame. That's when it's Mayday. They start violating that area. That suggests that they're going to start pulling back. They never did that All you have to do is just wait for that break until they breach that 20 EMA. You was riding that thing up, making money all the way up. And if you see, that's what they did. They start coming up under that 20 EMA, and now we getting a pullback. I still think that this one has some more juice to go. They can still pump this thing, but again, we only go by what the chart suggests. If you are a bull in this one, you want to see them open above 148.10. If they can do that, their next push is going to be to 1254.90. If they can consolidate above that, their next push is going to be this 1258.60 area. That's going to be a heavy level. Expect the bears to try to do what they do and try to smack this thing back down. If you in that play, again, short dated contracts, you're going to wait for them to violate that 20 EMA. And once they violate that, then you know, I'm going to sell most of my position and leave some runners. That way they can play what's unknown. To the downside, they gave us a nice run up today. Expect profit taking. Expect them to continue to boom this stuff. Wouldn't surprise me that them keep riding this thing in the aftermarket, pre-market, and then 9:30 in the morning when the market open, you get that nice surge, and then they start pulling this thing right back down. They start taking some profit, but you got to always have this stuff in your mind, the what ifs. What if they try to do this, and have a game plan for your succession, where you want to see the play go, and as well as when things don't go the way you want them to go. You always got to sit back and have a plan to both sides. What if? That's how you able to dominate the game and be able to preserve your hard work money that you putting into this trading game. Those are a few different areas for you to pay attention to. This one may still have some more juice. They don't report to Thursday, so never rule out a pullback, a cool off period. Next ticker up is going to be ticker symbol TSLA. And this one right here, they report Wednesday at the bell. So we know Tesla have crazy bouncing power. So Tesla can fall all the way back down to this 439.40 area and still boom this thing all the way back up here. The fact that they're sitting above 445 is a good thing if you holding calls. So in the morning, you would like to see them go ahead and get this 450.70 level out of the way. They can start consolidating above that. They're going to boom this thing up to 459.10. Next level after that is a run up to 465.20 to the downside. If you plan this, you want to see us open lower than 444.90. We can do that. Their next push down is going to be 442.40, and then you already guessed it, back to 439.40. Consolidating above it brings back 435, 432, 430. They can still bounce this thing until they break up under 430.80. As long as they above that, the bulls are in complete control in this ticker right here. Next ticker up is going to be ticker symbol SPY. And this one right here, they're sitting at 671.95. If you are a bull, you want to see them open higher than these tops right here, 674.05. If they can do that right there, they're going to start pushing this thing to that 675, 676 area. You know we'll be in all-time highs. That ain't my cup of tea right there, but I'll still give you the levels. You do what you please with it, but still make sure if you trade in SPY and you got them 0-day contracts, if they breach the 20 EMA in the 5-minute time frame, you bailing up out of that play right there. If you got longer dated contracts and you plan to SPY, use the 15-minute time frame, the 20 EMA as your guide. To the downside, if you plan the put route, you want to see us open lower than this stuff over here, right here at 470.20. If they can do that, they're going to shoot their shot right back down to this stuff in here. You got 668.60, and then they lose that, you got boom, 667.25, back in routes to this 666.05, and they can start getting nasty, closing up under some of this stuff down here. But you already know most of these tickers I'll be already on top of throughout the session. The Tesla, the SPYs, all the top plays. If you watching and you not in the Discord and you didn't see your ticker get called in this video, you make sure you come see us in there. We calling out plays like this every single day. All right, family, that's all the tickers I have, and I done took enough of your time, but hey, If you like sniper type, level to level, periodic breakdowns of your favorite tickers, SPY, NVIDIA, Tesla, Palantir, HUT, Hood, Nike, go ahead and join us in the Discord. The link is in the description above. If you like this kind of content, go ahead and hit that like button below. Subscribe to the channel. That way, anytime we drop a video, you get the notification. And as always, we grinding. Good luck out there, and let's get it. Boom.